Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Have you ever met someone who just walks into the room with energy? Someone who commands presence, not because of their title, but because of their discipline, because of their attitude, because of the way they carry themselves. You look at them and think, that person is a winner. And I want you to know today, you can be that person. You were born to be that person. But winners don't just happen. Winners are built. They are forged in the quiet moments, in the disciplines no one sees, in the habits they refuse to compromise. And where does that start? It starts in the morning. How you start your morning determines how you live your day. How you live your day determines how you shape your life. The morning is the foundation, the launch pad, the birthplace of momentum. And let me tell you something. I've studied winners. I've worked with winners. I've become a winner. And here's what I know. Winners don't stumble into greatness. They set the tone before the sun even rises. Now listen to me. Most people start their day in reaction. They wake up to their alarm clock with dread. They hit snooze. Not once, not twice, sometimes 3 or 4 times. And what is that? That's practicing procrastination before your feet even hit the ground. That's teaching your subconscious mind that your goals can wait. And guess what? That behavior compounds. It shows up in your work, shows up in your relationships, it shows up in your bank account. But winners, oh no, winners wake up with intention. They wake up with purpose. They don't let the day happen to them. They go out and happen to the day. Let me tell you something personal. There was a time in my life when I wasn't winning. I was surviving. I was making it through. I was waking up late, rushing through my morning, reacting instead of responding. I was giving my power away before I even got dressed, and I couldn't figure out why things weren't changing, why I was stuck, why I couldn't break through. Then one day I heard something that changed my life. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I looked at my mornings. I looked at the chaos, the disorganization, the lack of gratitude, the absence of vision. And I realized that was the problem. It wasn't just my schedule, it was my standard. So I made a decision. I said, unless if you want to win in life, you've got to win your morning. So I started studying the habits of high performers. I started rising early. I started feeding my mind with books, affirmations, and goals. I started feeding my body with movement and energy. I started feeding my spirit with gratitude and prayer. And let me tell you, it changed everything. When you change how you wake up, you change how you show up. Let me walk you through what winners do. I'm not talking about people who are lucky. I'm talking about people who are consistent. People who dominate their industry, who love their families fiercely, who make a difference in this world. Winners start their morning with a decision to win, a decision to rise, a decision to create, serve, lead, and grow. They don't wait for motivation. They generate it. They wake up before the world does because they're not trying to be like the world. They're trying to lead it. The first thing winners do is protect their mind. You have to guard the gateway to your thoughts. Don't let negativity in. Don't start your day with the news, with chaos, with scrolling through a feed of people pretending to be perfect. That's noise. That's distraction. Winners start their day with stillness, with clarity, with gratitude. They speak life over their day. They visualize where they're going, who they're becoming. They remember why they're doing this in the first place. They understand this powerful truth. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. If you want to be a high performer, if you want to dominate your goals, you've got to start by dominating your morning. Next, winners move. Winners activate their body. Because when your body moves, your brain grooves. Winners know that energy is everything. You cannot be lethargic and legendary at the same time. So whether it's a walk, a run, push-ups, yoga, whatever it is, they get the blood flowing. Because movement creates momentum, then they nourish. Winners feed their body with fuel, not poison. They understand that their body is a temple. And how you treat your body reflects how much you value your calling. Winners don't start their day with junk. They feed themselves in a way that sustains their energy, sharpens their mind, and respects their mission. Winners plan. They do not wing it. They do not hope the day goes well. They make it go well. They write down their top priorities. They schedule their greatness. They are intentional with their time because they know that time is the currency of achievement. You show me how you spend your morning and I'll show you your future. Let me ask you, what are you creating in the first hour of your day? Are you creating stress or peace, chaos or clarity, confusion or conviction, laziness or leadership? Because one thing I know for sure, winners create their morning. They design it like an architect building a masterpiece. And if the first hour of your day is strong, the rest of your day will rise to match it. You want to change your life? Start with your sunrise. You want to improve your results? Start with your routine. You want to become a winner? Start by acting like one before the world is even watching. Because that's what separates the average from the elite. The average waits for the world to clap before they believe in themselves. The elite wake up and clap for themselves. They know who they are. They don't need permission to live fully. And let me speak to your spirit for a moment. Some of you have forgotten who you are. You've let the habits of survival replace the habits of success. You've been waking up like life is a punishment instead of a privilege. But hear me, this is your reminder that you are powerful beyond measure. That you've been given another day because your mission is not finished. That every morning you wake up is life's way of saying, oh, there's more for you. Keep going. You don't need to overhaul everything overnight. You just need to start. Wake up 10 minutes earlier. Start with one glass of water. Write one affirmation. Take one deep breath of gratitude. Stretch your body. Say something kind to yourself. Visualize one goal. Stack the wins. Because small hinges swing big doors, and small disciplines create massive change. Every winner was once a beginner, but they didn't stay there. They rose. They learned, they committed, and they mastered their mornings. So here's what I want you to do. Tonight, before you go to bed, prepare for your morning like it matters. Because it does. Lay out your clothes, set your alarm, choose your first thought, decide your first action, and wake up like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. You are not just a participant in life, you are a creator. You don't need more time, you need more clarity, more consistency, more intention. Winners aren't born, they are made, and they're made in the morning, so rise up. Set the tone, build the habit, lead your life, and remember, how you start your morning is how you build your legacy. Thank you.